Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this little video we will be painting a head of a styrene figure. So what I've chosen to do is a dragon head of a set of German Panzer Grenadiers. Bit of an older set, but it's good enough for this tutorial. So with styrene heads, they are obviously not as detailed as a resin head. Most figure modelers, should we say, or whatever, will change them for a resin head, but this is just a little exercise that I wanted to do just to see what results could get from painting just a normal styrene head. Again, like I say, the sculpts are what they are, but with a bit of careful painting I think you can get quite good results. And again, if you want to use this, if it's going with a vehicle or on a diorama or a vignette, I think the results are good enough. Again, I don't think it's competition standard by any stretch of the imagination as a standalone figure, but that's not what I was aiming to do. So like I say, to start with, what I've just done is base it up with burnt umber paint. Dark brown, any dark brown will do, but I just had burnt umber on the palette, so I just use that as a sort of a primer layer. So then we move into using obviously the light flesh. This then is going to be sort of our foundation layer, and what I'm going to do is just sketch out some of the details. So bridge of the nose, top of the forehead, top of the cheeks and the chin. So a couple of layers of this. The paint is, like I say, I've not got the palette actually in shot, and on a future video I'm going to put the wet palette in. I use a wet palette, and this is a number 1 Vallejo paintbrush, and the ones we stock in the shop. Links will be down below anyway with everything that I used to do this. So top of the lip, I say bottom of the chin, we're just going to gently sketch out some contouring of the face. So a couple of coats of this, and we'll move on to the shadow coat, or one of the shadow coats. Alright, so first layers down, we're going to start putting a bit of a mid-tone down, if you want to call it that. So this is base flesh, which is AK Gen 3 base flesh. All these paints I'm using are the Gen 3 range of just flesh colours. I've got the main 3, which again, the links will be in the description or hopefully on the screen. Again, we're just doing under the chin, side of the cheeks, behind the ears, again, and under the jawline, and in sort of the bridge of the nose, or the side of the nose. So again, thin coats again, just build them up as you to the opacity that you want. So with these plastic sculpts, like I said, the eyes are not a big issue. What I do is I kind of do the Clint Eastwood squint look, because the eyes aren't really moulded into actually paint. So the eyebrows are there, or the eyelids, should I say, are there, so they get painted. But because you've got such a dark base layer down with the burnt umber in this case, you're not going to tell them at the distance you are looking them at. I think people try to paint eyes in this smaller scale, and they look a bit out of scale, to be fair. They look a bit googly eyed. So run with the sculpt. If the eyes are sculpted in and they're really good, which you can get resin figures, then yes, I would paint the eyes. But with these obviously styrene figures, and especially the older ones, they're not really sculpted in, you've just got the eyelids. So I tend to just leave them obviously the dark colour, and to be honest, I don't think you can tell really. It's not a big deal. So it then takes that stress out of trying to paint eyes, which I think, again, when you're starting out to paint figures, you can get into. So moving on to the highlight. So this is the highlight flesh from, again, the Gen 3 range. Again, we're just hitting all the eye spots. So forehead, bridge of the nose, top of the lip, the chin. We're painting this guy so he's, you know, the sun is at 12 noon, so it's directly above him. So, you know, that's how it's that's how we're going to do it. So more, you know, if you're more getting more experience, you can do it from 2 o'clock and 11 o'clock, should I say, and 2 o'clock. So you've got, you know, lighting on one side, not the other. But this is just, like I say, a 101, just a basic painting, so it's just straight from above. Again, looks really strong, these highlights. I always say it with acrylic paints, they do die back when they dry off. So, you know, the plan is with this is you want to pull all the detail forward, the nose, the chin, you know, all the forward facing bits, shall we say. You want them to pull forward to exaggerate, basically, pantomime makeup, that sort of thing. So because of the scale, obviously a 1/35 head is tiny, you want to be able to see it from a distance, and think of that as your viewing distance as well for when you see it. Again, don't get hung up with the eyes, because in normal viewing distance you can hardly see them anyway, even if they were there. So we're just, again, sketching out all the details of the face, and then what we'll do is go back with a mixture of the shadow colour and the original skin colour, do a 50-50 mix as a blend colour, and also then the base flesh that we started out with and the highlight colour, and use that as a just to blend in, really. So as you can see now, the sculpt is, you know, all the details are starting to come out, and you can actually, you know, recognise a face, a human face coming out of the shadows. So with the final few touch-ups, we're just going to bring this to a conclusion. So as you can see, we are pretty much finished as it is. Like I said, there's tweaking to be done here and there, but you know, that's down to personal taste really. So just want to say thank you for watching. If you like this sort of thing, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below for the video. Hopefully we can get this out to as many people as possible, and I will catch you in the next one.